Hello everyone. People ask me all the time, what actually is letting go? And I always answer this. Letting go is a state of clarity where you no longer cause yourself excess suffering nor harm. Sounds a bit bookish, I know, but it is what it is. Now, before I move ahead with my talk, I would like to share a story with you all. And it's on letting go, and it centers around a Buddhist and his disciple. So the story goes, a Buddhist and his disciple were walking back to the temple, and at that time they saw a woman trying to cross a river, but was unable to. So the Buddhist saw that and decided to help her by carrying her across the river. After that, he came back to his disciple and they continued their journey back to the temple. Now, during the journey, now impatient, the disciple asks, "Why did you carry that woman across the river when you know we're not allowed to touch women?" The Buddhist replied, "Son, I only carried that woman across the river. Why are you still carrying her in your mind?" Now, that's a good story on letting go. So, what do we pick up from this? Well, the story has its bearings to Taoism, also known as the other way, and it is indigenous to China, and it emphasizes on this one term called the Tao, T-A-O, Tao, which means harmony with the natural order. Now, coming to Taoism, letting go centers on the idea of offering no resistance to the natural order of things. It is a sophisticated form of submitting our will to cosmic forces by accepting what is and loosening our attachments to specific outcomes. Or, in other words, we let go of what does not benefit our well being. Now, I would like to say, and I would like to share a concept within Taoism that I like a lot called the Wu Wei, or roughly translated to non action. Now, in order to understand Wu Wei, I guess I have to say Wu Wei is perhaps best understood as a state of freedom from the dictates of desire. It is a sophisticated form that is marked by simplicity, quietude, and the absence of self-serving desire. Now, it may not come as a shock that not letting go can affect your mental health and your physical well-being, in a negative manner, of course, increasing the chance of heart attack and higher blood pressure due to anxiety and depression. It's a sad thing, really. People suffering just because they can't let go of their past mistakes. So, how do you overcome this? Simple. By accepting the situation, understanding the situation, forgiving yourself, and then letting go. As simple as that. And I truly believe that we all can do it and achieve it one way or another. Now, I would like to quote someone. I would like to quote the late Irfan Khan, in which he says, "Life is a beautiful art of letting go, and you're the artist." Which means that you create something beautiful within your own life, and you do it by unburdening yourself of your problems. And you do that by letting go of the things that disturb you. Now, you might be wondering about this book that I'm carrying. Well, in this book, I have some normal pages, as you can see, and I have a very crumpled page. Now, looking at the crumpled page, am I going to, make sure that this crumpled page is going to ruin the contents of the book or the book itself? No, the crumpled page is not going to ruin the contents of the book. And am I going to keep this page crumpled? Certainly not. Now you might be wondering, oh, why is he talking about a random book during his talk? Well, for symbolism, of course. This book represents our lives. The pages of the books represent our memories and our experiences that we have in our lives. And the crumpled page, it represents the hate, the sorrow, and the regret that we have in our lives. And when I uncrumple this page in front of you, this is me letting go of the things I've previously mentioned: the hate, the sorrow, and the regret. Now, if I were to conclude this talk, I would like to say that in our lives, we all stumble across a lot of issues and a lot of problems. So, what are we going to do? What am I going to do? Well, I can do 5 things. I can The art of letting go of the suffering, the art of letting go of what does not benefit my well-being, the art of letting go of what does not, of the burden I carry in my mind, the art of letting go of our past mistakes, and the art of letting go of the hate, the sorrow, and the regret. Now, my main question to all of you, how are you going to master the art of letting go? Think about it. Thank you.